Hello everyone and welcome to Intelligence Racing League Division 1. Today we are at the circuit, the Sport Francorchamps. I already messed it up already. Great start to my commentary debut here. Welcome everyone, my name is Spade if you don't already know me. And obviously today we are going around the infamous track of Spa, obviously known to many as the longest track on the calendar. And we've got some great drivers going around this track tonight then. Names like NSX Montana, people that we know well from other leagues. Two more XL guys, and then we've got two more NSX drivers up at the top. C-Pipe, Bullet Boy, don't forget Lando as well. D. Daniel can make a difference. Just a few of the names on this grid, which are absolutely amazing. I know a lot of these drivers. Some I have never had the pleasure of commentating over. For example, IFR Menno. But hopefully I'll get to know them over the course of this next qualifying session and the race just after that. I'm just going to make sure that I am streaming, making sure everything is okay. Turn the game volume down. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to turn the game volume down, but apparently I'm quite quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly turn up my mic volume. So combat. Actually, no, I'll just turn down. Hang on. I'm using a party, but you can't really do a party on your own. So I'll just turn down the volume to 7. Hopefully that should do the trick. There you go. And then we are going to start. Menno's going to be the first person to go on a qualifying lap with us then, as it seems like he's the first person out on the track. And there you go then, Menno is about to start his lap then. And let's ride on the lap around the circuit to Spa Francorchamps, then down in towards turn number 1. He locks up into turn 1, but gets a good, he hooks it up well on the exit then, as he now rides down towards the famous Eau Rouge and Radion section of the track. There he goes left, and then swoops right as he goes up over the hill of Radion, and now onto the back straight, the Kemmel Straight, as many call it then, as now the place where you saw 2 racing points, or I don't know if the racing points are Force Indies at the time, versus I believe 2 Mercedes or Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. I think it was. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But now down into the next few corners, then we're now in sector 2, and then into the corner with no name. Next up on our list then, as he hooks it up pretty well, does Menno. Now just remember, these are banker laps, so some people may not be pushing as much as they want to. They just want to get a valid lap in. And now coming through pit 1, obviously we could have taken that a little bit more speedy, but he's just getting it validated for now then. Times we're expecting around here are probably in the 41s, potentially hitting a 40 if we're lucky, I believe. And now it seems like Iwan ahead. I'm not sure I'd say that. Iwan. I'm going to say Iwan. Or is it Ewan? I really don't know. And Rocco has retired. NSX Rocco has retired at Les Combes. Obviously binning it on the outside of the final section. Look at that. That is a lot of slipstream. Now Iwan, I don't know how to say that name, has now comes around the final corner, does Menno up to the line. He's going to do a 1 minute 41.407, a decent lap time. All the times will be cascading in behind them. We see D. Daniel coming up to the line now. We expect good times from him as he does go P2, only around about half a tenth off other people on lap. Lewis has invalidated. A few people have invalidated their laps, and let's go through. Looks like Bullet Boy's invalidated this lap, as we've got more times on the board by the 2 NSX boys, with Montana on a 0.0. So same with Connor on a 0.0 as well. About 8 hundredths separating them. And then also people on laps, as SMM Alp has beaten NSX Montana there. Alp is someone that I didn't expect to do as well, but Alp has shown me wrong. I've never had the pleasure of commentating over him, and he's just gone and smashed Montana's first lap time. But I assume there's more to come from many of these drivers, and as we will now ride on board with the Red Bull of Luke 05 HD. As I remembered how hard it is to commentate after having a hiatus for about 6 months, as my voice is already going then. And now up to line for Luke then on the medium, so we're not expecting anything too fancy. It's a 42.559. Not sure why it's on the mediums. Maybe just a different set of strategy. We're not really sure at the moment. Looks like Hardy's coming around the final corner. Then Hardy, this looks quick from him. It's going to be a 41.403, only 4 thousandths ahead. And look at this, Menno is now giving the slipstream to Ewan, or I'm going to say he's called Ewan for now. Seems like they're in a team, but not really in a team at the moment. I'm not sure if we allow this in INL. I'm not too sure on the rule book on that one. I know other leagues don't allow that, but up to line now. Oh, he got his P1. What a lap time from... I honestly don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm going to call him Iwan. I don't know. Please correct me in the comments on how to pronounce that name if you know. Other people on laps. Lewis is on the lap. Then he's gone another invalidation. The bottle has returned for the person who's bottled so many races. But let's see if he can not bottle it this time then, as he will probably head into the pits at the end of this lap. Then Baraka Cap Shalom. I'm going to call him Baraka. Now comes through towards the final few corners. He is on the median, so we're not expecting any wonders of a lap time. And he will head into the pits, hitting the grass and almost hitting the wall right there as well then. First lap times come in. We see Lando on a 41.6. About a mid-41 is a decent time at the moment, with the top four breaking the 41.1s, going to the 41.0s, and then Alp and Iwan only 2,000s apart on a 140.924 and a 926 for Alp then. So fair play to them then, as the likes of Mr. Pop is on an outlap. So it seems like there's going to be constant flow of traffic, which is nice to see, as Mr. Pop is now starting a lap. The first person out the pits is now going once again on a lap. It's hardly improving. I'm just checking. He's going into the pits. Excuse me. We'll now go back onto Mr. Pop, who I believe is the only person out on a lap at the moment. Then, as the most people are in the pits. Then, did Mr. Pop set a first lap time? Let's have a look. Then, Mr. Pop. He is at the moment P12. He has not set a lap time so far, so he's gone in on his lap. So I don't know why I said I1. He's already set that lap time. What's happening here then? As now down into Laycom he goes then, taking it in fifth gear, swooping it around to the left, and then back right once again then, as we now fly down the hill, down towards the twist, the tricky right-hander, followed by the corner with no name then. I'm not sure with the names, that's why I'm just saying this. So now down, and there's a yellow flag, and that obviously is someone slowing down. I believe that Bullet Boy is on a lap as well then. Now down into the Fania chicane then. And then now coming through the final few corners for Mr. Pop. Is this an outlap? No, it says it's an outlap, but obviously it's a glitch in the graphics. So I'm not sure on how quickly this lap is, but Mr. Pop will be going for it. He's not in D1 for nothing, you know. So he'll be trying to get out of there. Maybe is he around the Caladre kind of time, or are we thinking more Zelda Milando? Not really sure on what Mr. Pop can do, but he's going to show me what he can do around the final few corners. Then now onto line for the AlphaTauri. Is he going to be at times to be proud of? He is going to go and set invalidation. I don't know what is up with the graphics right now. Has he set a lap? I don't even know at this point. He's apparently only set 2 sectors, which confuses me a lot. The graphics are playing up right now, I can tell you that one. Bullet Boy though is on a lap then, and there you go. I think his time is updated. Yeah, Mr. Pop on a 41.2, so a very good lap time from him then, as finally it reloads then, as we now fly down into the final few corners then. Bullet Boy round the final corner now then, up to line for the Renault driver, and he goes P5, popping down Mr. Pop to P6 then, as he now finishes the lap. Other people now on laps. Mello is on a lap, as well as Connor, as well as it seems like Montana may have given Connor a little bit of a slipstream. I'm not too sure, but them so close on track, I wouldn't have been surprised if something did happen. So now flying through, we see the likes of Alp, who is on a lap. Connor is on a lap. Connor is up on his lap time, just by a bit, not by too much at the moment, but he will be improving, I assume, a little bit more. I feel like Connor is going to try. We've seen him do well in the past around different tracks. There's a yellow flag at Laycom once again. It seems like just letting traffic through at the moment in time. And now Connor comes down towards Blanchimont, whatever you want to call it. Now flying through towards the final few corners then. Now into the bus stop chicane then, as Lewis has retired. Lewis has retired at the same place as Rocco did. Oh, Lewis is bottled once again, And it seems like a constant theme for him as Rocco ups the line. Goes P3, but cannot be Alp or Iwan, as now Menno goes P5. A lot of people hitting those 41.2s then, as only 14 people will be able to set a lap around here as Lewis and Rocco crash at the exact same place. How peculiar. As now it seems like other people are on lap times and Hardy's on a lap. Let's go to the end of the lap where I believe Lando is. Also there is Alp actually, who's Alp's gone into the pit, so Alp hasn't improved. Lando is improving though, it seems like, as he's going on to finish his lap. It's going to be a 1 minute 41.2 then, improved by 0.4 of a second there. Only increases him a few positions though, as other people set laps. That was Montana. Oh no, Montana's on a lap, I do excuse myself, and he's up by 0.2 of a second already. So Montana is flying through this lap right now. Let's run on board with the second half of this lap with Montana then, where the difference is usually made in sector 2 then. How flat out is Pouon going to be then into 7th, just a tiny little lift back up into 8th gear then, as we now fly down towards the Fania chicane, then down into 5th gear, hits the apex on the inside there. Does he hit the apex? He touches it on the outside, gets a good run out of the exit, now down into the final sector now we go, and he's 3/10 up on his outside. This looks like it could be pole. I may have just jinxed him. I've just touched wood, just to let you know. So I am not I am not in any idea of what his lap time is going to be. I'm not influencing his lap. I have touched wood. It's all gone now. It seems like there may have been a little bit of slipstream up ahead with Iwan as he comes up to the line and goes quicker. Can Montana beat that lap time? That's a great one by Iwan. No, he can't. Wow. Iwan goes quicker than Montana a second time now. Only by, hang on, maths, 12 thousandths of a second. 100th of a second in it now between the top two. D. Daniel seems to be on a lap as well. Is that a little bit of slipstream? No, it's not, because he has invalidated on his lap there. But look at this. It's very close at the top now, as I should probably get the comments up and have a read at them as I just turn down my volume. Maths. Yeah, of course. Mr. Pop is a top 5 driver. Caladra is the best. Hello, Jeff. How are we doing, mate? As now, seems like other people are on laps. Lando heads into the pits, and now we're getting ready to go into the final stage of quality then. Oh, but Baraka needs to go and set a lap quickly, otherwise he's not going to get any laps on the board. Hardy doesn't seem to be improving, so Hardy will probably bump himself into the pit lane then. And Baraka seems he's going into the pits with still no lap time set for him then. Seems like Montana and E1 are a little bit out of sync at the moment with all the other drivers. Obviously they're first and second, so they've obviously got some kind of advantage that no one else knows about. Luke seems to be on a lap at the moment, so we'll ride on board with him then. It seems to be nothing to shout about as he's now in EOS mode 0. So Luke won't be improving on this lap on his 41.7. A second off is not even too bad around here. Let's just be real for a second. A second around a track so technical like this, to Montana and Iwan, by the way, it's nothing to be ashamed about. So even a 0.7 is a very respectable lap time around here then. As above him, Alp seems to be on an outlap, and so it does Menno. Alp, we need to keep an eye out on. A 2/10 improvement could get him pole. And look how close it is from 6th down to 10th. There is literally half a 10th in it between 6th and 10th. Those 5 are separated by mere clicks of a finger. So something to really keep an eye out for in these final 3 minutes of the session, as now people are winding up to do their final laps of the session then. So guys, there's 13 of you here. Let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to qualify on pole? Will it be Out? Will it be Connor? Could it be Daniel? Could D. Daniel get a lap out the bag? Could it be Iwan? Or is it going to be Montana, the person that everyone knows, who is probably favourite, I would say, before this qualifying session to get it on pole? But Iwan, with his little bit of slipstream I've seen him been getting, has got a decent chance, as he's now, as people are exiting the pits at the moment. Montana pole says rotation. And now Alp is starting his lap. Then we'll run on board with Alp then for his lap, as he is very close to the top of the table then. at the moment. He's P3 at the moment. He now goes down towards turn 1 then, as he now goes down into first gear, back up to third gear as he exits the corner then. Obviously using the hacks in the game. I call them hacks, but they're really not hacks. Everyone uses them at this point. First up to third, obviously, to make sure that you don't get any traction loss then. As Jeff says in the comments, it's going to be Montana, Daniel, and then Iwan. So Daniel could do something amazing, but it looks like at the moment Alp is doing a very good job, and he's backed off. He's not happy with his lap. He's got a time for another lap, but does he have the fuel to do it? We're not sure at the moment, so keep your eyes peeled, everyone, because this could be a good end to the session. Then Menno's on a lap. Who else is on a lap? I don't think anyone else is. I think it's just Alp and Menno who are on laps. And look at this. Alp is really slowing down. Will he have time for another lap? Hopefully, yep, there you go. He should have enough time. But does he have enough fuel is another question that we need to ask ourselves. But Menno is the only person on a lap right now, and he keeps it out of an invalidation area then. Menno at the moment on a 41-2. He's not out of this yet. The IFR driver then in the racing point. And look at that. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him, which could really put him off here as he now goes down into the funniest chicanes. There's a yellow flag up ahead. I assume for letting drivers pass, as the sensible people do. Obviously, we are called the Intelligence Racing League. Look at this. Iwan right on the back of Menno then. And it seems like, is this planned? Oh, it seems a plan once again. He's going to have to get out of the way soon. Is Iwan, and there you go. A little bit of a slipstream that Menno may need. And look at this. More slipstream for Baraka. As Baraka, does he get out of the way? Baraka's not going to get out of the way. Baraka's going to be an... Oh, my. Oh, that's going to really put off Menno. And could that be an invalidation? It's not an invalidation. It's an improvement. But, yeah, I feel like there's going to be words. There's going to be a lot of words. Very controversial there. Oh, as Baraka did not get out of the way as he should have. And, my God, that's going to give a little... Menno's going to be disappointed there. Let's have a look real quick while other people are on laps. Did Menno lose a lot? He lost 3/10 in the final sector. That could have been a 0.8, everyone. Penning coming, a 0.8. That would have got him P3. Oh, what a shame for Menno. Baraka not looking who was around him on track then. As, oh, that is such a shame for him then. And now qualifying has now ended. And D. Daniel seems to be the first person to cross the line after the checker flag has been dropped then, as we now fly through towards the final few corners. D. Daniel all in his own. He's got no distractions whatsoever. And up to the line there for D. Daniel. It is an improvement. I'm saying 40.8 there. Great lap from the race reporters. About to say Force India. And now can everyone reply to that? There's a yellow flag. That's the Mercedes off. That's Hardy off. Hardy seems to be off and around, and he's not going to be improving on his lap time then. And it seems like NSX Connor is the next person to come round to finish his lap then. Connor through the bus stop chicane then. He goes. Will he be able to improve on his lap time? He's got minute amount of ERS left. Up to the line. He's going to go pole. What a lap from Connor there. Connor proving me wrong and proving the doubters wrong. But Montana up to the line. Can he improve? He's got a bit of oversteer out of the final corner. He doesn't improve. Oh, what a shock. What a shock to the system. Mr. Port enters a pit said, who else is on a lap? That's Menno, and he's not going to be improving. Iwan up to the line. Here's a big one. Iwan goes pole by 0.02 of a second then. Alp also up to the line. He's improving as well. Will he improve enough? He goes P3. A lot of people improving. Bullet Boy also on a lap. He's 4/10 up, everyone. This could be a 0.8, potentially a 0.7 as well. Oh my. Here we go. Bullet Boy then. Down towards the final few corners then. Will he be able to improve? Oh no, it's invalidated. Didn't even see. Hardy's not going to be improving. Lando's invalidated. And I think, everyone, that is the end of it. And my goodness, what a great end to the session there. With Alp and Connor separated by 0.02 of a second there. And only 200s ahead of them is VER Iwan. A great lap of him. Fair play to him. Beating out Montana, Connor, Lando, Hardy. So many great people. And Iwan has got that pole position. What a lap from the Alfa Romeo driver. So on pole then by 0.026 of a second is VER Iwan doing the Dutch. He's proud. Followed by Connor, and then SMM Alp in P3 then. Your front row is obviously Iwan and Connor. Then second row of Alp and Montana. Montana obviously will be wanting to get the best start possible. Then D. Daniel. Barak out of nowhere. But I feel like he'll get a slap penalty at the end of this race, or potentially a quali ban for next session or something because of that block. Menno in P7, Bullet Boy P8, P9 is Hardy, P10 Lando, XL, row 5, Mr. Pop, then Caladre, Zaldemar, obviously with no practice, Luke, Lewis and Rocco, obviously Lewis and Rocco bidding it at the exact same corner. And rotation has just said, first time in history a VER driver has got pole. So well done to him then, as thank you for the positive comments about my hype, as that is basically the only thing I can provide, because my intelligence, unlike what the league suggests, is not the greatest. But if there's any tier for me to commentate over, this is a good tier, as I'm already losing my voice and it's not even the race yet. 22 laps of racing, and I've just got to point out here, just got to point out that we are having a silent formation lap in respect of Sir Captain Tom Moore. Then obviously he died earlier on this week, so we are going to pay our respects as INL and have a silent formation lap. I know other leagues have been doing the same thing and paying their respects in their own way. And then after that, please put in the comments if you would like, if texting does not have anything to do with the silence, then let me know who you think is going to be leading at the end of the first lap. But anyway, now as the formation lap begins, we will be in silence for the whole of the formation lap for Sir Captain Tom Moore. And thank you everyone for maintaining that silence in the chat as we did the formation lap. Jav put in the comments a podium prediction of Montana, Connor and Daniel. So Alp and Iwan, apparently according to him, won't make it onto that podium then, as we're now starting with Rocco at the back lining up then. Are you ready for 22 amazing laps around this circuit then? And let's hope it's a good one then. Let's hope graphics all work well, as here we go then. VR Iwan first, as we now go to 3, 4, 5 red lights for the Spa Grand Prix, the Belgium Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go. Seems like the McLaren of Alp has had a very good start. A bit of ghosting in behind, but it'll all be good as Lando's left the session. Hopefully he can rejoin. But now down to turn one. It seems all clean at the moment. No massive crashes at the back. Everyone doing very well at the start there, and look at this. Irwan has kept his position at the moment. Connor in behind. D. Daniel has made a very good start, and looks like Alp has really gone down. Alp has lost a lot of time there, and it seems like Alp has been the real loser. It's only NSX Connor round the outside into turn number I don't know, 4, as now Lecom comes and goes, and Irwan still maintains the lead. Then D. Daniel onto the back as well, and it seems like there's been some passes in behind as well. Montana keeps himself safe at the moment, as it seems like side by side action in behind, as that is Rocco going up the inside of Lewis for P11, and it looks like Alp has had a terrible start then, down in P15. It may have, I think he's potentially a ghost car. I don't know what's happened there to Alp, but hopefully he can rejoin. Same thing with Lando, as they're both not in the session. But at the moment, no big crashes, and everyone is still in the session then, as Luke again overtaken by Lewis, and Zaldemo actually, sorry, overtaking Lewis there, as now people are exchanging positions, getting back to where they believe they belong then. But Irwan really showing him, proving the doubters wrong then, as he's now leading at the end of the seems to be leading at the end of the first lap then, through Blanchimont on the first lap, and it looks like Connor is closing up, but he's not going to be using any of his ERS so far then, as we're now going to enable our telemetry then, as it seems like, look at that, D. Daniel up the inside. Will potentially Montana go up the inside? He looks like he's just had a little bit of a touch with D. Daniel there, has Montana's now. Irwan comes across the line, as it seems like Lewis has entered the pits with some potential damage then, and Alp have not rejoined the session. I'm not sure if I can invite them. I will invite them if I can. I can invite them, but I'm not sure if I should, or I should just pay attention to the race. I think my duty is to pay attention to the race right now then, as the graphics are still sorting themselves out. And look at this, Rocco now on lap 2, trying to get a run. We're going to run on board with P3, and look at that, Connor now through into P1 then. It says P4, but I can trust you right now. It's first position, as now Connor now taking the lead of the race. And will he fly away? Who do we know? As now I think everything's now starting to sort itself out then, as everyone's crossed the line on lap, I believe this is lap 2, not lap 3, so I still have no clue what's happening there, but hopefully the graphics can really sort themselves out at some point. Baraka's had a very good start as well, up to P5. Bullet Boy in behind as well then. Will he be able to make any kind of move? It seems like he's going for it up the inside into the Fania chicane. They could be touching wheels, but will there be a move done? Round the outside, and well done to Bullet Boy there. He hasn't bottled yet, and it seems to be a good race so far. Let's just hope he doesn't get a disconnect, and I'll touch wood on that one, because that is very likely to happen then. Still, it seems like a lot of people are, back there, so like Lando and Alp. Lando's back in the session then. He's joined back, but he doesn't have a name tag. And Alp has had issues with his wheels, so he's had to pull out. Oh no. Oh, what a shame, as hopefully now the graphics sort itself out on lap 3, as it should show a repeat lap 3, and there you go then, as NSX Connor sets a fast lap of the race. DRS is now enabled to the drivers, and let's go then to confirmation. Alp has had problems with his wheel then, as now hopefully the graphics have sorted themselves out. Can Irwan make a charge back on Connor, or has Connor made a big enough gap that he can retain that P1 at the moment in time? Now, look at this. We're looking on board with Connor. Irwan has got the DRS, but he looks like he's going to just stay in behind at the moment, unless he makes a late dive. He's going to just stay in behind at the moment. Anyone making any move? Everyone just seems to be just settling in behind at the moment. And it looks like Menno's had a bad run out of the chicane then, and it seems like everyone at the moment is just staying in this little trusted DRS train that we all know and love. And Lando needs to really get a move on if he's going to get anywhere in this Grand Prix. He needs a safety car or something to really help him out here then, as Hardy the closest gap at the moment, along with Irwan to Connor. That'll be a big gap we need to have a look out for, because Irwan seems like he wants to win this one pretty badly, as Hardy now coming through the middle sector and through the Fania chicane then, and hopefully he can get a move done for his sake on Menno. But obviously Menno has got the DRS of Baraka in front of him. Shalom, Jackie. Oh dear, that was going to come out at some point today, and it came out right then. If you're from the UK, you'll know what I mean. If you're not, then you'll never know what I mean. And unlucky to you, you didn't have a teenage hood. But anyway, Hardy then closing up. But it seems like at the moment the big battles are happening up front, as Lewis has already got himself a nice little penalty. So that's good for him, as Montana now sets a fast start for the race. Montana is really trying to close up to everyone now. As now through turn number 1 we go. NSX Montana is closing up to the back of D Daniel then, as looks like Iwan has used a bit of his overtake then, as he now flies up. Rally on then, and look at that, he's got the ERS that he needs, he's got the DRS that he needs, and it seems like he's going to try the move down the inside, and that is an easy move to the right. And does Montana make a move? Montana's a little bit too far behind at the moment in time then, as now exchange positions. Iwan is now in P1, and that was made a little bit too easy, as potentially Connor is going to try and save a little bit of his ERS now. It seems like the timing glitch is still with us, and it's nice to know that some things remain the same between 6 months of commentary, that the glitches are still there, and apparently Lewis is back in the pits. So, and he's got a 3-second time penalty as Lando. Lando's got a 3-second time penalty. Sadly, we can't see his name, but just for confirmation, he has. And I don't know what Tass will be saying right now. Potentially that Daniel Ricciardo has a... Not Daniel Ricciardo, Jesus Christ. Come on, Lenny, that's 2 years ago. Almost 3... It's 3 years ago. Alex Albon. There you go. We're getting there. We get there. Or even now, Sergio Perez. But anyway, Iwan has almost made a second in a lap. What a middle sector he's just had, as he now flies up towards the bus stop chicane then. And Iwan, he's had a monstrous middle there, as he's almost broken DRS. But that's why, because he's just set the fast up for the race and is only on at 40% ERS. He's lost 20% of it, and Connor has somehow stayed within a second there. So these guys are really flat out racing now to stay within DRS of each other. Then Baraka sadly has been dropped out of that DRS, and now a second train has now formed, and Menno is just behind him. Can Menno make any kind of difference? He's got the DRS active now, and he's got some ERS as well, but Baraka, as long as he doesn't move one more time, that isn't classified as weaving, as Baraka makes his one moves and sticks. As now it seems like it has not sorted itself out, as Mr. Pop is... I don't know what's up with Mr. Pop. He's there. He is there, lads. He is there, ladies and gentlemen. But obviously it's not showing right now. But it seems like everyone is just staying in their positions right now, just making sure every lap flies by as it does. And hopefully the glitch will sort itself out then. As it seems like at the moment, everyone just settling into the race now. It's a long one. There's another 17 laps of this 1:40 layout. So it's going to take some time for these drivers, but they're well suited for it. Some of them probably have practiced quite a few days for this Friday. Gotta love glitch masters, of course we do. It's what we strive for in any F1. I just wish it's happening like the Challenger Series or the Pro Series. It'd just be funny, just to really out co-masters on their game, which they've made at the moment. But anyway, this top pack is closer at the moment than the pack in behind. I do see gaps to about 4 tenths with Zaldemar, but he's not close enough to make a difference at the moment. So Connor, will he be able to make a difference? He's close up 4 tenths this lap to Iwan. So Iwan now just saving a little bit of his ERS as he tried to break that gap but couldn't. A little bit of strategy now potentially going on as Connor now heads down towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Imagine this happening on the virtual GP. Mate, no one will care. It's the virtual GP. As now Connor heads down towards Les Combes then, and it seems like at the moment they're all just static at the moment. No real moves happening, as they're all just staying, keeping their ERS true to themselves, as Iwan is really showing these guys how to race around this track. Then it's like Mr. Pop still has some internet issues, as he is in that pack, I can assure you. But at the moment it says that he is a lap down, but he's not. He's in P9 at the moment, and Caladre is in that P10 spot. So add a position to everyone behind. One person who I expect to do a little bit better right now, Rocco. What's happened to you, mate? Yeah, Mr. Pop is glitched. Don't worry, he's not a lap down. As now Rocco tries to head in behind. God, I love this game. Of course you do. Everyone does. And look at it. Oh, it seems like so many overtakes are happening per second, but they're not. It's not. Look at that. Rocco always losing it, but never mind. That's why Rocco's not going through the pack as quick. I didn't look at that. Tyres. that's a big thing, you know. Tyres are pretty important on this game. As Mr. Pop obviously on the alternate strategy then, holding on to Baracco and Hardy and Menno ahead. And strategy will come in as I assume before long people will be heading into the pits. And there you go. There's your first pit stop of the race with Montano in the Ferrari heading into the pits. It goes underneath the limiter of 50 miles an hour and heads into the pit stop. Ferrari. Let's hope there's no problems for the boys in red. As Lewis has he's crashed. Lewis has crashed at Pouon. Will it be a safety car? Will there be any kind of, or is it just going to be yellow flags? I can't see anything happening. It's out of the way, and it seems like there's going to be no infliction caused by the Merc driver. We'll have to keep an update on it. Seems like everyone's still going at full speed, so no safety car at the moment as Lewis now has DNF, and there you go. Nothing happening. Some people are going to be very annoyed at that. I assume Lando will be one of those people. But nothing for Lewis as he retires from the Grand Prix. Deliberate or not, nothing has occurred from that little crash there. And I assume it's right about there where it happened. And I probably got a little bit too wide, potentially grass on the outside there as Alps AI has now entered the pits end. The top four now, look at that Bullet Boy really running over the curb there. I assume that could have been a warning. Let's just check. No warning for that. Fair play. But Bullet Boy now flying through. 5/10 behind D. Daniel, who's been able to stick onto this train as well then, along with Montana. There's another yellow flag in Sector 2. And that is for Lando. Don't know what's happened there. Has he still got a front wing? Let's just check. He hasn't bottled it. No, Lando hasn't bottled it. Something that I didn't think I'd be saying is look at that now. It went all of them into the pits then, except for Bullet Boy, who's staying out another lap. So could there be a little bit of changes in the pit lane? This is going to be dramatic. D. Daniel, where's he going to come out of this? The main person we're going to be looking at is Irwan. Irwan is at the end of the pit lane then. He came in first, but will he come out first? He's been held. He's been held. Oh, has he been held? No, he hasn't been held. It's just the game being stupid. But where is Montana? Montana coming around turn one then. Has he got an advantage? Oh, Connor's lost it. Montana is up a position then. He's up 2 positions actually. Past D. Daniel as well. The undercut has worked for the Ferrari driver. And now he's not only within a second of the driver ahead, he's got the DRS. And also, he is now provisionally P2. So fair play to the boy in red. He's had a good outlap, and he'll be very happy with that performance so far then. Only 8 laps into this race then. Get ready for the mediums, boys. Obviously, that includes Luke, Zaldama, Rocco, Caladre, and then Bullet Boy on the softs, who probably is going to pit at the end of this lap. Seems like his tyres are really dying now, but potentially, I believe, yeah, Connor came in, so Bullet Boy couldn't. That was the reason why that occurred. As there's a yellow flag in Sector 2 once again. I feel like that's a game glitch more than anything, as everyone is still on the track. God damn, we do love this game, don't we, lads? As a Ferrari making a good strategy call, I call it BS. Yeah, exactly. Montana could be on the preferred strategy right now. Yeah. Oh dear, Xavier. Xavier, whatever you want to be called. As Bullet Boy now enters the pits then. Going to enter the pits, and there's more yellow flags, and that's Lando off. Is that a safety car? It's a safety car, ladies and gents. Bullet Boy has pitted at the exact right time. Oh my god, this is perfect. Oh my god, Bullet Boy could be leading this race now. Irwan's lead potentially is lost. Where's Bullet Boy? Bullet Boy's going to come out behind the safety car, but is it going to be ahead or behind? Bullet Boy has taken the lead of the race provisionally. Oh no, hang on. What's happened here then? Does Irwan? No, Bullet Boy has got past the whole train. The lucky sod. Lando done a little bit of crash gate potentially. But look at this. Bullet Boy has pulled off a masterclass. Renault pulling off an absolute masterclass at the moment. First and fourth. What a dramatic change of events. Lando, the person who would have benefited from this most, has crashed and made a safety car occur. But the lucky sod of CPI Bullet Boy has been able to take the lead here. And now everything is really mixed up now. But the question is, will the medium runners benefit from this or not? Are they having to keep to a delta? I don't think they are. We'll have to have a look. It seems like there is a delta being kept to, so they're not going to lose anything. Are the mediums runners? But they can't pit this early, surely. You can't do 13 laps on the softs. That's what they've surely got to bank on now. Surely. They can't do anything else, otherwise they've lost in this race. They've got to pit, and this is such a harsh time for it. They've got to bank on the softs going 10 laps. Oh no, this is absolutely poor. Oh no, because they haven't been expected to pit around about lap 14. Can they make the tyres last? What's Rocco going to do? What's Caladri going to do? Are they going to pit? Mr. Pop pits as well, so he's out of sync. But Mr. Pop, he is there. I'm pretty sure he's not in P14. But yeah, this is going to be really interesting now. So obviously they're all pitting. Are they pitting onto the softs? I see soft tyres out as we run down the pit lane. Then it doesn't seem like they're going to have an advantage right now. And that's a hards for Caladri. Caladri onto the hards then. Being the special boy I am, what I would be doing right now is going onto the hards and back onto the mediums with a new set. If they do have two sets of the mediums, if they went balancing qualifying, that's what I would have done. So bit of a change of strategy, everyone. So Caladri on the hards then, Rocco on the softs, same with Zaldemar, Luke on the hards, Baraka on the mediums, and Alp on the hards. Alp obviously out of this race, and then Mr. Pop on the mediums as well. He's not out of sync, don't you worry, he's not in P14. It's mediums will make it, says Jav. Of course the mediums will make it, but will the softs make it? That's what Zaldemar and Rocco are banking on at the moment. As Mr. Pop pops back up into P8 then, as I can now get a bit of water before we enter part 2 of this race then. As this is going to get very interesting very quickly, as Rocco obviously is going to have to pounce through the pack, but it's not been the best race for the Ferrari driver, the secondary one I would say at the moment. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but obviously Montana is in P3 and Rocco's in P11 on the alternate strategy. Mr. Pop casually pitting while driving behind the safety car. Who knows what's happening here? But Rocco and Zaldemar are going to be flying for this restart though. Of course they are. Mr. Pop, I don't know what's happening to his timing. His car's just completely out of sync. I don't remember if you remember, but back in like Singapore 2016, Jolyon Palmer's timing was completely off. I think Mr. Pop's car's done that today. But just, do you remember, lads, by the way, just a completely different conversation about Jolyon Palmer. Do you remember when he was beating Bottas? That was madness. But anyway, I'm now going to do a little bit of ASMR because my voice is starting to hurt and I forgot how hard commentary is. But now, yeah, we're going to have another lap at least of the safety car, so I'll be able to regain any bit of voice left in me. Lando has rejoined the session. Sadly, Lando, you have DNF'd. So a little bit of a problem there. As he's just left right there. Respect my man like Jolyon. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark. But yeah, Lando, Lando, you have DNF, so I don't know why you're here. Lando, leave. Just leave. Oh dear. And by the way, I don't think that's how you spell Jolyon, is it? I don't even know at this point. But anyway, Mr. Pop still a lap down apparently, but I have no clue. Wait, has this car... Oh my god, Mr. Pop's car's actually... Oh my god, lads! Mr. Pop's car is working! What? Revelations have happened, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Pop's timing has gone back to normal, and I'm going to touch wood on this. I'm touching wood right now. Mr. Pop's car is back to normal after 11 laps. Only half a race, Cody's. Only half a race it needed for Mr. Pop. But finally, it's definitely not, but it's far more sassy that way. It's fixed, says Jab. Yeah, finally Mr. Pop Matt's car has been fixed. And there you go then, as Mento says D1 lobby is so glitchy. I know, right? I am commentating over it. I love it when we have a full grid and people don't tell them. Jav, don't talk about the league here. People are watching who are outside the league. You're not meant to say that, mate. But don't worry about it. And we'll be all good. We'll be all good. Next week, it'll be much better. Everyone just hates Overvision Radeon, and they just know they're going to crash there. And then people like Lewis just know they're going to crash anyway, so like, what's the point of them turning up? Like, Lewis and Lando, DNF, what bottles? They are absolute bottles. But anyway, not the point. I have just exposed both of them for being absolute bottles. But anyway, on lap 11 we are, and we're just waiting for the race to restart then. As now CPR Bullet Boy having the luck of his life then at the moment. Obviously on the newest tyres, Bullet Boy is legitimately in P1. Yes, he is. Legit. Like 100%. He... basically, what happened was, you see that thing in the top left? It's called a safety car. And basically what's happened is he pitted underneath it. But basically, right, he entered the pits. Lando crashed. Crash gate, we don't know. But Lando crashed underneath the safety car. No, he crashed before the safety car came out. But while Bullet Boy was in the pits, and now the safety car is coming in. But basically, Bullet Boy luckily pitted under the safety car as he was like mid-pit. So obviously he's gained a lot of time and got out with the safety car. Yo, who oh my god, is that Sabinio? I don't even know, but go! Yeah! It's me! Woo! As now, Bullet Boy becomes the safety car then. As a place where I don't think he was expected to be, with Iwan in behind, with Montana, with Connor, with D, Daniel, Menno, Hardy, Mr. Pop. Alp has rejoined! Madness! Total madness. Alp may be able to get some points. Sib! Woo! So he's back in, and now we go green. Well, not green, but yellow. But, oh no, penalties. Penalties for Mr. Pop and Caladre. Both hitting each other. They'll probably get removed if they don't pit again. They're both on the hards. They probably won't pit again. But Bullet Boy makes it go green. And we're under normal conditions once again. As Bullet Boy enters turn number 1, last horse. And it seems like two massive different packs here then. I don't know what's happened to Rocco there. Rocco has had a shock at the start. Or Caladre. Who knows what's happened here, but Rocco has been absolutely disjointed to the training with only 10 laps to go. Will he be able to catch up? We don't know. But potentially, oh, as I said, everything's fixed. Look at the intervals, lads. Come on. Will the intervals come up now? We don't even know. Will the intervals ever come up? We don't know. As I'm just going to turn off the intervals for now until they fix themselves. We'll just put up the fastest laps for now then, as everyone's just flying through. But now, Daniel coming through as well. Menno as well. We're really looking out for Rocco. How quickly can he catch up to the back of this pack? Then Mr. Pop on the mediums as well as on the hards, excuse me. Yeah, you did speak way too soon as we now don't have intervals. Great, as now Baraka past Caladre. Woo! What a corner to do it in. It feels like Caladre has some kind of front wing damage. Yes, he does on his right front end plate. As now Luke tries to go round the outside of Fania. Jesus Christ. What a move. What a move from Luke there. As Mr. Pop seems to come off best from that. As now Alp. Alp's in it. There you go. Look at that. Alp. Alp is there side by side with Caladre. Oh, what a move. What a move by Alp there, as my voice is really going at this point, and I feel like I'm going to die at the moment. But Bullet Boy at the end of lap 12 then. Will we get intervals at the end of this lap? This is the biggest thing ever. We get intervals back. Let's go, lads. As now we see that Iwan is only 4 tenths behind Bullet Boy, and Rocco sets a fast up of the race. Of course he is. He's now within a second of Mr. Pop then. As on the next interval, you'll see that at the moment it's only 1.008, but it will be underneath a second very shortly. As now, Bullet Boy, Iwan. Will Iwan be able to get past? There's no DRS, obviously, as we have 3 laps underneath the safety car. Caladre has pitted, and it seems like he is out of contention, probably by quite a lot now. But the main thing that we need to talk about is Rocco. Will Rocco be able to do anything in this race? His interval's not been updated for a long time, so there's so many bugs in this race. We don't know what's happening anymore. But Bullet Boy still out in the lead. He's loving life at the moment with nice and newer tyres then. than everyone else behind. Irwan on 4 laps. Montana on 5 laps. Obviously, Montana went for the undercut. Could it pay off? Obviously, the difference may have just been corroded by that safety car, so it may have not been too bad for Montana. Zaldum picks up a 3-second time penalty, I assume, at Pouon, as we now head into the braking zone of I've completely forgot the name of the corner. I've got to be honest with you. I'm not too sure on what corner that was. I should know it, but anyway, looks like Montana now has got the ERS on Irwan. He's going to try and make it up into P2 where he was before the safety car came out then. He's still got all his overtake. And now, where's he going to go? Is he going to get boxed in as he goes around the outside, make the inside for the last corner? Still side by side between the two of them. Irwan is not giving up that position, but it seems like Irwan is going to have to give up that position for now then, as Montana goes into the lead, not into the lead, P2. As now DRS is enabled, so that gap that was made by Bullet Boy, obviously with Montana and Irwan fighting, may have helped him out a lot here. Montana, will he be using his ERS and trying to get past this lap? We don't know, but potentially, we just don't know at this point. DRS is activated for Montana, no ERS, so he's not looking for the pass right now. Neither is Irwan down in P3. Connor's just holding him behind, so is Daniel. Menno off the back of that train, and Hardy happily sitting in P7 at the moment. Probably not happily, because he can see all his mates flying away, his LOE D1 mates flying away, and he wants to be part of them. No, didn't. And he will somehow get up to them, but we just don't know how. Rocco as well needs to get involved. He did get past Mr. Pop, who is now currently a lap down as well then. So Mr. Pop getting some more glitches. We had him final true for about a lap, and now he's back to normal. As I take another sip of water, as my throat is dying. But you know, oh, Mr. Pop is round. Oh, he's lost it at Pouon. Mr. Pop has lost it now. And down in P13, only person behind him is Caladre. Man said Diddums. Oh, you can't be jam. I'm commentating for you. But yeah, Mr. Pop is round, and there's a yellow flag for no one at the moment. As Bullet Boy looks like Montana is going to try and get onto the back of him. He's used his overtake down into the final 2 corners then. As Irwan also trying to get onto the back. These 3 are really battling it out then. Connor just sitting behind and just waiting for something to happen, it seems like. And now, oh, yellow flag sector 2 again. Oh wait, it's for no one. Great. As now Irwan coming through once again. Irwan, Montana, Bullet Boy. Can Bullet Boy hold on for another lap at least? And the number 49, as there's more yellow flags, and that is Caladre, who's very slow. I don't think he was. I'm really not sure at this point in time. Something was happening. I felt like he's slow, but he's not. But Montana is closing up. He's got the DRS that he needs to go down the inside. And is that move done? Yes, that is a move done for Montana to get himself into the lead of this race. Then what a move. Just an easy, simple move down the inside then. As now Montana now takes the lead of this race. But will he pull away? We don't know yet. And this is Montana's chance to shine now and try and fly away from everyone else. And now Irwan hopefully doesn't get lost and lose track at the moment, as we got more yellows for no incident. But Hardy seems to be closing up now. He's now past Menno, and now he's going to try and close up to D Daniel far ahead then. It's 9:10, so he's somehow, I know he's not, sorry, my bad, 1.4 away from 1.4 away from D Daniel. As we now head into the bus stop chicane for Hardy, then Menno. Rocco trying to get a move done. He's on those softs. Can he close up? Here we go then. Rocco's really going to have to make something of his softs now. And now maybe round the outside. Oh my god, what a move this will be if he can do it. What a move round the outside of La Source then. But will he be able to keep it up? He's got the momentum that he needs, but I don't think Rocco will have the DRS. I feel like Menno will get it. Will Menno get the DRS? He's got the slipstream they need, and he does have the DRS as well. So Rocco's not safe and clear yet. They're side by side once again. What a battle that we're experiencing right now on the outside. Menno goes and keeps that that P7 at the moment as Rocco down as a P8. It's Montana! What's happened to Montana? Oh no! Has Montana gone wide? Oh, this is why we need the replay cameras. Montana's lost it. I thought that was a yellow flag for nothing. Montana's now got a 3-second time penalty. It's all gone bad for him. Has he got damage? No damage for Montana, so he must have just lost it potentially at Malmedy. What a shock. Montana now back down to P5. He's got a lot to make up in not a lot of laps with the oldest tyres. Montana has just lost his race lead, and Bullet Boy back into the position where he can win this race. Was he expecting this at the start? Probably not, as we've got more yellow flags, and I don't think anyone is round or out. It's just a game bugging out once again then. But picked up a pen as well. Yeah, Montana not having a good lap there, as he'd have to now win by 3 seconds to have any chance of winning this race then. As now Bullet Boy just leading this train then for another lap. Close, but D Daniel is closer to the back of the person we were just talking about, as we now head through towards Eau Rouge and Radion. A little bit of a fact right now, the Netherlands has made it illegal to go sledging, so obviously you can't. I know this is Belgium, but you wouldn't be able to sledge down Radion. Sadly, we know it's a bad thing, but you know we have to deal with it. But Rocco, on the other hand, is only 0.15 behind Menno. It's only a tenth. It's half a tenth. It's a quarter of a tenth. Then round the outside, his soft tyres will really be giving up at this point. And has he done it round the outside? Oh, what a move! What a move through Les Combes by Rocco to get himself up another position then. You're welcome for the facts. I just saw it in a chat. But yeah, what a move by Rocco there. And now he's really got to press on if he's going to be able to do anything in this race. Those softs will be good for another 2-3 laps potentially, and then they're really going to die off then. So he's got to make all the moves happen sooner rather than later. But has he got EOS? No! So this is going to be a real big problem for him. But Bullet Boy, followed by Connor. The Renault's having an absolutely amazing race at the moment. Oh my, this is astonishing for several people. Tommy's going to be sad now. Oh dear. But yeah, so Connor and Bullet Boy out front at the moment. Irwan in P3. He can still get a very good result here. As more yellow flags for no incident. Just the game bugging like usual. What do you expect? It's this game. It's Cody's. What do you expect? But anyway, it seems like the smallest gap at the moment is Montana. What was Montana doing there? He's trying a little bit of a dummy move to try and intimidate D Daniel then. Closest gap at the moment as we go over Eau Rouge and Radion. Seems like D Daniel is closest to Irwan, so we'll be focusing on this then. As more yellow flags for nothing, as Cody's are stupid. As now the closest battle is between D Daniel, as looks like Menno is actually very close to Rocco. Menno may try and move on Rocco. So has Rocco's tyres completely died then, as Menno goes round the outside. And what a battle this is. Menno's locked up, but will he keep the position? He will keep the position for now then, but Rocco will be trying to get that back. The gap is still 2 seconds, so Rocco's not really getting it, but he's going to go down the inside. Oh my, what a late move by the Ferrari there. Reminds me of Hungary Turn 2. With Bottas just trying to dive it down the inside of everyone. But a good move by Rocco in the end. Somehow he's made that stick, and Hardy closing up to the back of this pack really well now. Only 1.4 off. He needs to gym when he can just wave yellow flags for no reason. I know the marshals just want a little bit of a workout right now, it seems. As oh look, they've had it again. The ones that Stavilo are really going for it now. Look at that guy on the left hand side. He really needs to get his left arm really where his right arm is. No talk of how he's got his right arm so strong. Just saying that out of nowhere. There's just no correlation to anything that the male anatomy does. But D Daniel now coming through the final few corners then through the bus stop chicane. As now D Daniel only 3 tenths behind Irwan. As we now head down, no yellow flags. It's just the game being stupid once again. D Daniel the closest obviously. XL Hardy almost within. DRS. That dive was so unnecessary, says Civi. But Rocco is ahead now by 0.6 of a second, so potentially it's helped him out, but the gap up ahead is still 2.1, so he's not gained anything. Will he have a puncture by the end is another question. Zaldemar obviously on those softs as well, not being able to benefit from the safety car. The safety car came out at a very bad time for these lads, but at least there's some moves happening. Mr. Pop seems to have got past Luke, so Luke's obviously dropped back a little bit. Is Mr. Pop now passing his ghosted car as Luke just picked up a 3-second time penalty, and it seems like he's not happy with his result then, as he's a little bit I feel like a little bit infuriated with himself there, as Hardy still 1.2 off the back. If he can get in DRS in the final few laps, he could potentially be within a shout of getting somewhere in this race then. At the moment, P6 Montana ahead with a penalty, and the gap is a second now. The gap is almost under a second. He's going to be using that overtake. Yes, we can see that overtake. He's trying to use that every single opportunity he can. Can the XL driver get within that DRS at the moment? It's 1.1. Still 1.1. It's 1.2. Yeah, there you go. There's the slipstream coming in. So we'll have to wait another lap potentially for that to really make an effect again. But still, Bullet Boy in the lead. He's only got to hold on for 3 more laps, ladies and gentlemen. Can he do it? Connor in P2 and one in P3. It's all just a DRS train at the moment, and we look in behind. We see Montana braking a lot later than D Daniel down into turn 1. Montana looks like he's gained a lot out of that first corner then. Hardy still 1.2 in behind as we've got yellow flags. I think that's just Caladre's car just being a little bit of an idiot at the moment, but Montana not close enough to make a difference. Neither is Hardy in behind. Hardy just a little bit on his own at the moment. Got to close up by 0.4 of a second to one of the fastest drivers on PlayStation then. As he now heads down into Lacom then, sees all the beautiful Pirelli banners. As it looks like, oh, Menno, Rocco round the outside, Menno up the inside. Out of Lacom then, through Malmedy. And Rocco somehow 6 on the outside, what a move. Rocco really holding on for dear life. They've both got a penalty, so they've got nothing to lose here. Menno somehow not gaining a position there. Rocco holding on for dear life, and fair play to him. He's doing a very good job of it, as it seems like is that. Oh yeah, that's just Mr. Pop's car, just being Mr. Pop's car. Somehow still holding on as Caladre picks up another time penalty at Radion. It seems like Iwan is the closest to the next person ahead. Iwan, he's got 2 laps to make a difference potentially now. He's got to do something, otherwise Bullet Boy's going to win this. As we now head down into the next few corners, the bus stop chicane comes at them next. Iwan only 0.4 behind. A little bit of desperation now kicking in for the drivers, and with only 2 laps to go then. And it takes Connor right on the back of Bullet Boy as well. Connor could be looking for the move. Montana and D Daniel side by side. D Daniel may have done that in an unnecessary location then, because Montana will be able to come back at him. Yeah, they've gone through DRS now. Who gets the DRS? It potentially is Montana. They're both using their ERS to the max. Will Montana get past again? Iwan is very close to Connor as well. It's all happening now, side by side between Montana and Daniel. Who will be victorious out of this one? It's going to be Montana, somehow holding on to that P4. Great battling there. And oh my god, the respect for these guys is unreal. Fair play to them all. As now Bullet Boy somehow still in the lead after that one. Iwan not being able to get past the 2 Renaults, helping each other out magnificently here. As now Connor running up towards the final few laps now. Will he be able to hold P2? Bullet Boy somehow has maintained this P1 position. He's got the youngest tyres out of the field except for Rocco. He's going to be loving life at the moment. He's just going to hold on for 1.3 more laps. And obviously 1 and a third more laps then. No yellow flags, don't worry. No one's spun it, no one's died. And now Bullet Boy's just going to hold on for just a little bit longer then. Montana in behind, only 0.2 behind Iwan. Iwan coming under pressure now as D Daniel's been dropped from the train. Baraka now being overtaken by Zaldo. Zaldo's tyres are dying now, which means Menno is probably going to overtake Rocco as the clouds now set in. out of Circuit de Spa Francorchamps then, as we now arrive at the final lap of the race then. And CPI Bullet Boy still leads then with a final lap in sight. There is a lot of overtake now being used. He's saved enough. Has he saved enough? Is Connor going to make anything happen? Is Iwan going to make anything happen? Will Montana try and spoil Iwan's party of a podium? We just don't know. Connor's looking for it. Connor's looking for it on the final lap of the race. He's saved up his EOS. He's going for it. Down the inside he goes then. And Connor takes the lead of the race on the final lap of the race. Strategical masterclass by the NSX driver there. As look at this, Menno passing Rocco on the final lap as well. It seems like Rocco, oh, he looked like he may have had a puncture there, but he doesn't have a puncture. But Menno also passed Rocco. The softs are completely gone at this point. And look at that, Connor. Oh, Bullet Boy's going to be devastated. He's left for half the race, and Connor has just got him on strategy. And it seems like Rocco has got a puncture. Rocco's got a puncture. Oh no. One less lap and Rocco would have been in a points position. As you know, points go down to P14, so he'll get points anyway. But so many more points will be up for grabs. And Rocco has got that time penalty, but it's not over yet, because Montana is looking. He's got no EOS left to play with. But I feel like it's going to be Connor who's going to take this win. Then the Renault has been just cheekily in P2 for the whole of the second stint. He's left it to the final lap of the race. The strategy was there for the Renault. He's taken it off Bullet Boy in the final lap of the race. And Connor comes down, comes home to win the race then, with a purple lap on the final lap then. Bullet Boy in P2, Iwan in P3, Daniel P4, Hardy P5. Good race from him. Montana P6. He's going to be devastated with that one, with that time penalty. P7 was Menno, P8 was Zaldam, P9 was Barak, P10 was SMN. Rocco finishing with a puncture. He's going to be absolutely devastated there. Mr. Pop in P12. Luke seems to be in that P13 then. And then P14 will be... Oh no, Mr. Pop. I don't know what's up with Mr. Pop's car. I honestly don't know what's up with it. His car's just been all over the place. But now Caladre up to the line, but Connor has won a race, and won a race for Connor then, taking it on the final lap of the race. Hopefully Mr. Pop's car will finish at some point then. As I can finally get a sip of water in, my voice is dying right now. Welcome back to commentary, Jav said. I forgot that it's also torturing your voice as well. Thank you, Jav, for the opportunity to do this, and I will be back next week. But obviously, first thing that we got to do is the podium, and hopefully some podium interviews if I can set up a party. But well done to the drivers there. Great race from them, providing action all the way to the flag. And I'm just gonna say to Connor, Bullet, and Iwan, so there will be interviews then. Oh Jesus Christ. But there you go, Connor gets the win then. And let's have a look at the person who's made the most gains and losses then. Bullet Boy up 6 positions then. Rocco up 5. Hardy's left the session. Zaldam up 5. Good race from him. But I think the driver of the day has got to be given to Bullet Boy, just because of that lucky safety car. And there you go, Mr. Pop finishing. And now look at that, NSX Connor wins the race on the final lap. And there you go. Oh, driver of the day, CPI Bullet Boy. And fair play. Fair play to everyone. A very good race there. And I will hopefully invite everyone to a little bit of a podium interview then. As look at that, NSX Rocco. Not Rocco, excuse me, it's not Rocco. It's oh, I'm so sorry to Rocco. It's NSX NSX Renault. It's a Renault 1-2 there, with Bullet Boy in second, and in P3 we had Iwan, and P1 today we had NSX Connor. Rocco obviously down in P12. I'm very sorry, Connor, for that. But P1 goes to Connor, P2 is Bullet Boy, P3 is Iwan, P4 is D Daniel, good race from him, P5 is Hardy, good recovery, P6 Montana, P7 Menno, P8 Zaldemar, P9 Baraka, P10 Mr. Pop, P11 SMM Alp, obviously with some wheel issues, P12 Rocco, obviously got a puncture on the final lap of the race, Luke in 13th, Caladri in 14th with Volando and Lewis both being bottles and retiring from the race. And well done everyone, and hopefully I can get the top 3 in to a podium interview. I will invite Connor first, obviously, as he's the first name on the list, as hopefully we can start a party with him, chatting party. Hopefully I can send invitations to the top 3 and then we can get this up and running. Then I've invited Connor to a party. It's so awkward in this new system. I shall invite everyone, see if they all get invites. And then I've got to invite Bullet Boy as well if he is around. Right. And then Bullet Boy. Oh, CPI. Oh, God, why a name so long? There he is, Bullet Boy. I've added 2 people also to the party, so I've invited 3 to the party. Hopefully some of them do join then into the party. If not, then unlucky. Whew. But yeah, everyone now chilling. Hopefully we can get some people in for interviews. I'll see if it has happened at I'll just check. So that'll be NSX Connor at that is VR Iwan. You've got my invite, of course. Thank God, which shows that someone actually did get an invite, which is good. Give me a sec. I'm just tagging people. There you go. But well done, Iwan. Obviously, you qualified on pole. What a great result there for you. Make sure your voice is always on loud. Always allowed. By the way, just to make sure everyone can hear you. Is it all good?
Yeah, I need to do that real
okay,
quick.
Cool.
Settings. I think it's good now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make sure you're sharing your voice. It's all good. So well done. Obviously, pole position. I believe that's the first VR pole position in INL then. So that must be a little bit of a privilege for you then. So how did that qualifying session go before we talk about the race?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Obviously, I spoke to EFR Menno and we're gonna do the slipstream, and we did that really good. The lap wasn't the best. It was good, but it was pole obviously, but could have been a bit better, but still really happy with the pole. Yeah, just happy with the pole.
Yeah, so obviously beating out the likes of Montana, that is really something to be proud of there. Obviously with the help of a little bit of slipstream. We all love a little bit of slipstream, like come on. But
yeah, I think Montana also had a little bit of slipstream on the Camel Straight.
Yeah, but oh yeah, he did actually. You make a good point. But yeah, well done there on that one. Now into the race. Obviously you qualified on pole. You were in the lead for quite a few laps, I believe, in the race. Correct? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I lost the lead on the first lap, I think, and then I overtook him again and just controlled the first stint.
Yeah, it was really good. What was your? You must have been absolutely gutted when you saw Bullet Boy come out of the pits ahead of you, and yeah, it must have been absolutely gutting.
Yeah, exactly. Just exactly at the wrong time, the safety car. Bullet Boy was just in the pit, and I had to keep on the delta, so I couldn't go fast. So he just came out. I tried to overtake him, but I got illegal overtake, so needed to let him pass.
Yeah, obviously the safety car kind of screwing you there. But all in all, a podium from you. How do you think that's going to help you in the championship?
It's really helpful. Obviously, I wanted to win today, but didn't. So yeah, but it's really good for the championship, and I think I'll overtake a few guys, so that's good. And yeah,
Do you think you could
pretty
be up?
happy.
Yeah, it's Monza next week. Do you think you'll be up there again?
I don't think so. Monza is not my best track.
Oh, okay, so would you say Belgium's one of your better tracks then?
Yeah, it was one
Yeah.
of my better. I was in the lead. I think I could have controlled it, and I had quite some ERS before the safety car came, and I
Yeah.
think Connor didn't have that much. So
Yeah, it was a very good battle. A lot of strategy at the end, obviously, with Connor overtaking Butterball in the last lap. He must have been devastated. But obviously, those two haven't joined the party, sadly. But thank you, Ilwan. Is there anything else you want to add?
no, I just tried some attacks on the last few laps, and I came really close to Connor. But I
By the
think
way-
if I could have overtook
Well,
him there,
yeah.
I could have also overtook Bully Boy. But yeah,
Am I pronouncing your name right, by the way? Ilwan?
Ivan is it?
Yvonne.
Is-
Okay. At least I know for next time. I was struggling. I was like, is it Owen? I don't know, but Yvonne, right. Thank you, Yvonne, for joining me, and obviously thank you everyone for watching. We had a good amount of viewers here tonight, and hopefully you can all join me next week then. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I've been Spag, and goodbye.